My name is Rob. And I'm addicted to the Model II computer. Hey, this is Rob. Welcome to another episode of Classic Microcomputers, and we're just having a little fun there in the beginning. So, if you noticed, I've gotten a couple more Model 2s in. I got one here, I got one up here, and down underneath here is a drive expansion kit. So we're going to be digging into these. They are in a state of unknown, all of them, including the one that you've seen come in a previous episode, where it is in pretty rough shape. So come along and let's dig in and open them up and power them up and see what they do. I've also gotten some other stuff in, some software, diagnostic stuff, 8-inch floppies. We'll go through it. Come check it out in this episode. Okay, so what this is we're going to disassemble the first Model 2 here. And there's just a couple of case screws on the back, 4 boards inside. This one in particular, it was pretty much together. And what the deal is the guy said it made a pop and never came on when he first plugged it in, turned it on. Well, upon opening it up and inspection here, looks like we popped the cap. So let's go ahead and get ready. And we're going to go right after the next Model 2 here. So we'll come back to that one. But just remember that that power supply had popped the cap. So this one here, this is the one that arrived in pieces. And nothing bad. I bought this one broke and knew from the pictures that it wasn't looking so hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a tear down of this one real quick. And because it's in pieces, it makes the tear down a little bit easier, but it's just the case. You know, there's something about these cases that just are have an incredibly, I hate to say, cheap feel to it. So here's the other Model 2, and this is the one that popped. Now what we're going to do is we're going to have to come around from the other side and grab a hold of this bad boy and bring her down here. This is my little table next to my desk, which is one of my work areas. So what I like about this one here, if you can see, it's got an anti-glare shield over the screen, which is really cool. All right, so like I showed you in the last little bit there's 2 screws that are holding the cover on. Oops, let me go ahead and flip this around so you can see better. So I took those 2 screws, and now what we have in here is we have a series of 4 boards that make up the Model 2. There is a, let's see what I'm going to do. I'm going to unplug the cabling here. There's not a whole lot of cabling that go into these, but most of these boards serve a dual purpose. So this is the processor board here. And it's pretty simple. So it uses a Z80 processor on it. That is the floppy disk controller board. And next we have the memory board. Now the memory board's the only board that serves only one purpose, and that is memory. Mine came with 64K in it. And this guy here is the video board. So you'll find that the boards, like I said, they were dual purpose boards outside of the memory board. So like the video board actually runs the keyboard too, I believe. and you can correct me if I'm wrong. The processor board runs the, I think the serial and parallel ports. I think that's how that works. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just, maybe keyboard comes, no. How's that work again? Well, let's move on. We got different pieces to take apart here. And what we're going to do is go ahead and remove some of these wirings. We're just clipping the cable ties. Oh, now that I'm back looking at it while we're doing this, the video board is actually keyboard too. And then the processor board does the ports, the floppy disk controller does some ports too, including floppy disk, and then the memory is on its own. So in this case, this front panel was really easy to remove. Now what we got here is we got a tube that was dangling in this one to begin with. So I wanted to go ahead and pull it. Now I had thought about possibly using this tube elsewhere, but to my surprise, we got a problem here. So what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and removing this tube, and you can see the tube here. And we got some more cabling in place to deal with. We'll go ahead and do an in-depth video of the different boards, and then we'll really talk about what the ports are on each of the 4 boards or 3 boards. There's a couple more case screws here that are holding this back cover in place. What I really want to do is I really want to do a tear down of this, because to really repair this system, if I'm going to repair it, we're going to need to pull all this out. We're going to have to give her a good cleaning, but we'll have to take a good look at the plastics and see if it's worth doing a repair on it. I'm making sure I'm keeping all the parts though regardless, so if we do ever want to put this one back together, we have the capability of doing this. Now this, there was a little problem with the switch and the fuse here, getting it off, so that really gave me a pretty good fight. There's a couple more screws in here holding this chassis in place. And after the 8-inch, you can see the big 8-inch disk drive that's stuck in this sucker. Now, they put these screws in quite the challenging location, as I'm showing you right here. So that was a whole lot of fun. Now, I'm still struggling with this. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I got it. And boom. Yes, there it is. Look at that in all its 8-inch floppy drive glory. Wow, is that sucker heavy. We'll dig into that later on and go through the 8-inch floppy. But for now, I'm going to continue the teardown of the system. Now, what's nice is I have 2 other Model 2s here. So for put back together, it makes it a heck of a lot easier. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a look at the power supply that popped. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the cap. It is just a little line noise cap here that we're going to go ahead and pull. And little kitty is helping me at this time with the line noise cap. So that's always good. All right, this is it. So you guys made it all this way with me, watching me disassemble the one unit that's pretty badly damaged. And come to find out, the tube, which I was hoping to use too, has the nipple broke on the back of it. So this tube is completely worthless, which is quite a shame. You watched me go through the repair, install the power supply to replace the other one, And she's hooked up. I did not bolt it down yet because we might as well find out what's going to happen. And I figured, do you want to do that? Let's do it. You've earned it. So it's plugged in. Let's find out. Does it blow or does it go? I did hear a small crackle. Well, looks like this unit's got some more work to do. So this unit was the one that popped. What a shame. All right. Well, thanks for following along, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.